SMGs on the Division 2 are that type of weapon that can output a lot of damage really fast. That's why they have one of the highest DPS in the game. With all that said, SMG still is a favorite in between a lot of people, right? Because they have a lot of RPM, they have a decent damage, and they can really destroy your enemy at close range. So for a lot of people, they are one of their favorite weapons, and me included. But now, with that said though, there is a specific one that I've been loving since day one that I got it, and honestly this was my first and only all got roll weapon that I got, and I still have it to this day, same way, and I still rock it from time to time. This weapon is a beast. It will destroy your enemies from close range, and with this build that I'm going to show you guys today on this video, paired with this build where I have it set up, you have an insane amount of damage that you can output and still have that survivability with armor repair and also armor on kill. Now if you guys been watching me, you guys know that I like that. I like having damage, but also I like a little bit of that survivability, because as a solo player you do not want to rely only on that medkit. Usually I rely on what can come back to me as an armor repair or armor regeneration or armor on kill, and this build will have all of that. We'll have that survivability and damage, and I hope you guys enjoy this one with one of my favorite SMGs that is in the game. Now with that said though, I do have another thing that I want to show you guys today, which is one thing that's gonna give you a little bit more DPS. So it gave me about 5% DPS, and it's gonna come from a word of my sponsor on today's video, Ewin Racing. Ewin Racing reached out to me a few days ago talking about me reviewing one of their chairs. Now I am someone that actually got some back injuries back in the past, so having that comfort and also having something that's gonna hold your back straight and not getting injuries is essential to me. So it's been 2 weeks that I've been using this Ewing chair that was sent to me as a review product, and I gotta say I am impressed with what they have. Now this chair has been very good since the day one when I got it. And speaking of getting it, actually when I got it into the mail, it took me about 20 minutes to assemble it, which is not that bad. Some of you might take longer, some of you might take less, who knows. Either way, 20 minutes is not that bad to get this all assembled. Now the chair comes with 2 pillows, one for your neck and one for your lumbar back, which is gonna help you not getting that injury. So having that is important to keep you straight. Now these chairs obviously have different colors and sizes, but also there is actually different series for these chairs. The one that I got is a black and white night series, which I love. It looks really cool, but I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to choose though. I still think that I could choose another one and still be satisfied, so just make sure you choose a right one, because there is so much to choose, and with different colors and sizes you can have a good chair that you really want and like. Now let's talk about comfortable, right? Because this is one of the key points that people buy these chairs. You want to have a chair that is comfortable for a long time. So far for 2 weeks that I have this chair, I can say that the chair has been really comfortable, so I have nothing bad to say. Now with all that said though, Earring obviously is sending me this as a review, and also for my channel and for my subscribers, they are giving me a 20% code that you guys can use when you go buy an Ewing Racing gaming chair on their website. Links down in the description. So if you use the code GUNS20, you're gonna get a 20% off of any of their chairs purchase on the website. So make sure you go and use the code. Links down in the description. By using those, you will support the channel. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be here without you guys, and thank you Ewing for this opportunity of reviewing one of your chairs and supporting creators like me. So with that said though, now let's get back to the video. So the weapon that I'm talking about today is gonna be the Dark Winter. So if you guys have been watching me, you guys know that I love this SMG. I've been using it since a long time ago, and I still use it, so I just wanted to revive this and show you guys what build that I've been using with this today. And yeah, let's get into this. So the Dark Winter is a named weapon that comes from the regular Vector 45 ACP. The base damage on this weapon is going to be 40.4k damage, and on this build it's going to give me a total of 110,000 damage with an RPM of 1200 RPM, right? This is one of the highest RPM weapon in the game. The vectors, there is 3 type of vectors, or 3 variants if you want to call it that, and they all have 1200 RPM. When it comes to the mag size, this one has 45 on the mag. That's after you equipped that magazine that's gonna give you plus 20 rounds on the magazine. Moving on, for the core attribute, we have obviously SMG damage and crit chance, and then on the attributes there is a damage to target out of cover in there, which is the one attribute that I'll always choose if I don't have it on a gun. I always put that on the attribute of that gun on the 3rd slot. Now moving down, for the talent we have the perfect killer. Now this is what makes this weapon a named item, right? Which is the perfect talent, perfect killer. Now killer, just the regular version, will give you a 40% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. The perfect killer will give you 50% crit damage for 10 seconds. So that's basically the difference between them. When it comes to the mods, I have a 5% crit chance on the sight, I have a 5% crit chance on the barrel, another 5% crit chance on the suppressor, and then that plus 20 rounds for the 45 ACP mag that we have on this weapon. Now real quick, actually I just want to show you guys this skin. This is a skin specifically for this weapon right here, not the Dark Winter though, but the actual Vector 45 ACP. Now this weapon right here, this is the only one that you can equip this skin, and is a very sick looking skin. So now moving on for the build, this is my favorite build for SMGs that I run on the game. This one comes from the gear set, the Hunter's Fury. Now if you don't know, Hunter's Fury is a gear set that gives you 15% shotgun damage and 15% SMG damage once you equip 2 pieces of this gear set. If you equip 3 pieces, you get a plus 20% armor on kill and a plus 100% health on kill. Now with that said, currently we have 387,000 armor on kill on this build. That's coming from 1.291,000 armor that we have total on this build. So that's where the survivability comes. And then we have also a 38% armor generation that's coming from the backpack that we have on this build. All of that's gonna add up to your survivability. Now going back to the Hunter's Fury gear set, there is also the 4th piece bonus, which is the Apex Predator. Now this talent on this gear set, basically enemies within 15 minutes receive a debuff and you amplify your damage by 20% against them. So that's a 20% multiplicative damage against them. Now killing a debuff enemy, right, with your weapon disoriented other enemies within 5 meters of that enemy that you just shot. Now after killing that enemy that was debuffed, you gain another 5% amplified damage, and that can stack up to 5 times, which is going to be a total of 25% amplified damage on top of that 20% that we get from the enemies that have that debuff on them. So a total of 45% amplified damage, you can say, for the Hunter's Fury, all stack up. Now the core attribute on this mask will be core attribute armor, attribute will be crit damage, and then we have a mod of crit damage in there. The second piece will be the glove, which has a core attribute weapon damage and an attribute critical hit damage. The third piece will be the knee pads. We have core attribute armor and then attribute critical hit damage. And then last but not least, the 4th piece, we have the holster, which has the core attribute weapon damage and then attribute another critical hit damage. Now the last piece will be the chest piece and also the backpack. Starting off with the chest piece, I win with the Circle of Concern. By equipping one of these brand set, you gain a 10% SMG damage. The core attribute on this one will be weapon damage, and the attribute obviously will be crit chance and crit damage with a mod of crit damage. The talent though, I chose to go with Obliterate, one of my favorite talents, especially on the weapon like this that shoots fast and crits a lot, right? So Obliterated crit hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 25 times. So that's going to be a total of 25% weapon damage that you can get with this talent stack up, and I can get it really fast, right? The second piece will be the backpack, the Memento Exotic Backpack. With a Memento, you get all of the 3 core attributes: weapon damage, armor, and skill tier. Now, it does not have an attribute though. In here, that attribute 6% crit chance that you see, that's the mod that I have on this backpack. The talent though, it's skill confirmed. So basically, you kill enemies, there is trophies that's getting dropped on the floor by killing these enemies. So when you pick up these trophies, you gain a 5% weapon damage, a 10% bonus armor, or a 5% skill efficiency from these trophies for 10 seconds, right? Not only that, the second part of this talent is for every trophy collected, you gain a 1% weapon damage, a 1% skill efficiency, and a 0.1% armor regenerations for 300 seconds, and the maximum stacks are 30. So rephrasing, that means a 30% weapon damage, a 30% skill efficiency, and a 3% armor regenerations for 5 minutes. That's what it means. So that's why you saw that I have 38,000 armor regenerations on this build. That's coming from basically this backpack when I have it full stack up with those trophies. Now for the secondary, I just have the Scorpio shotgun in here just because it goes really well with the Hunter's Fury gear set, right? So shotgun damage right there, and is a very good weapon. But honestly, I just focus on my primary, which is the Dark Winter, so I have that in there just for a backup. Sidearm doesn't really matter, and the skills, I have the holographic distraction decoy and also the striker drone. For me also, they don't really matter on this build specifically, so I have those there because those are the 2 my favorite skills that I have on the game. But whatever you want, you can go and throw it in there. Specialization that we have on this build will be the Gunner. Now the main reason I'm running the Gunner on this build is gonna be for this right here, the Incent, which is a killing enemies grants a 10% armor on kill. That's gonna add up to that 20% that we get from the Hunter's Fury, which is gonna allow us to get a 30% armor on kill. That's gonna translate on 387,000 armor on kill on this build. We have Barrage, which is a rate of fire increase by 5% on kills for 5 seconds. That's a very good, that's basically a DPS increase right there. We have also the passive talent, which is a Coupler. Every third reload is 50% faster. That also is very good, so that's not bad at all. So that's it to finish this up. So taking a look at the stats, right, we have 90,000 weapon damage on this Dark Winter, 30,000 on PvP side of things, a 57.7 crit chance, 127.6 crit damage, 70% headshot damage. We're also gonna have a 10% damage to target out of cover that doesn't show in here, but it's in there. With that said, let me know what you guys think of this build, man. This is one of my favorite builds that I have in the game, and I still rock it because it's just fun, and also this is one of my favorite SMGs in the game. So with that said, let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite SMG in the game? I have a feeling a lot of you guys love the Dark Winter, so that's why I brought this back. Let me know in the comment section below about that, but also let me know anything else about SMGs that you want to share with us. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, a like on this video would be super appreciated. It helps me with the algorithm and pushes my video out there, so that helps me a lot. If you're new to this channel, subscribe for more. And if you want a 20% off of the chair that I just showed you guys from eWin, links down in the description, and use code GUNS20 for that purchase. So with all that said, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace and take care.